Hey everyone, it's Mark, and today we're taking a look at Broken System, Broken Trust. He ended up getting a car towed, but it's not even his car. Apparently, it's another auditor's car. Let's roll the video.
We're gonna go from there.
What do you mean you're gonna have me come back to your
Well, you're
car?
not supposed to be driving, so you're gonna exit the driver's seat. Okay?
I'll get out for you. Man, you look good on camera, bro.
I appreciate that, but
You
I
look-
have no problem with you filming. You know that. I've dealt with you before. I have no problem with you filming. You just can't be driving. You understand that?
So you waited for me?
No, I was right there. You literally were at my stop. I was assisting on an accident, and then you drove off right when I was there.
You're pulling out.
No, I wasn't. I was doing my accident report.
I saw you pull out.
I pulled out of the gas station and went and was doing my accident report in another parking lot. Mobile parking lot is very small.
If I had to guess, he's driving with a suspended license.
Mobile parking lot is very small.
Yes.
So do you see this, guys?
Okay.
So you have an opportunity to uphold rights or enforce statutes and codes. Which one do you want to do?
What are you talking about?
Well, you can uphold my right. I'm not doing anything wrong.
You're driving. You have a suspended license.
How do you know that?
Because I know who you are.
Did you hear that, guys? Wait, can you repeat that?
I know that you have a suspended license from previous encounters that we have dealt with. When I saw you driving, I checked your name. Saw you had a suspended license.
You checked my name?
Yes, I did.
You checked my name without probable cause?
You're driving. I know you have a suspended license. That's probable cause.
That's probable cause. So
Yes.
you ran my name.
Yes.
Why would you run my name?
He just told you, he saw you driving with a suspended license. What don't you understand about that?
Because you were driving and you had a suspended license.
Do you understand how this looks?
Yeah.
White lights on 24 with ending mileage. It's going to be 3 feet.
You do understand how this looks?
Yes. All right, go ahead and step out for me.
Okay.
You are going in cuffs, so I don't know if you want to put the phone away, put it in your pocket, whatever.
We're going in cuffs?
Yes, you are under arrest for driving on a suspended license.
Well, you know I haven't had due process of law yet, right?
I know you're suspended. I've already confirmed that you're suspended, and you are driving.
But I haven't been given due process of law
How do you figure?
because my court case is still ongoing.
That's completely irrelevant to this current traffic stop.
That has nothing to do with you driving right now with a suspended license.
Well, it has everything to do with that. I haven't been given due process of law.
Secretary of State suspended your license.
No, they didn't. I have a letter stating that my license was not
Do you
suspended.
have that letter with you? Because
I sent it to the court.
Because as of right now, Secretary of State tells me that your license is suspended.
I sent it to the court.
Okay.
So there's a miscommunication here. Do you see how we get into miscommunications?
Okay, but I have to go because I don't have that letter. You're not presenting that letter to me, so I have to go by what Secretary of State is providing me, which shows that you are suspended. Okay, go ahead and step out for me, Josh.
All right. Well.
Go ahead, turn around.
Alrighty, so yeah, they know who I am, guys. They know who I am.
You seem so thrilled that they know you. You're probably also thrilled that you're getting content for your channel right now.
So, are you sure? Are you sure you want to do this?
Yes, I am.
You're sure you want to do this? You
Yes,
just
I am.
look good on camera, dude.
I appreciate
and now you're
that.
gonna look like hell.
I appreciate it.
Now you're gonna look horrible,
All right,
dude.
go ahead and put the other hand behind your back.
Man, you guys don't get how this works,
Go ahead
man.
and put the other hand behind your back.
You guys, hold on. Put my phone.
All right.
Hold on. You don't know how this works, dude.
I do.
You do.
Yeah,
How do
you
you?
were driving on a suspended license? That is a
So you waited for me.
No.
So you waited for me.
How did
Dude,
I wait for you?
You waited for me. Well, you ran my name.
I didn't run your name until after I saw you drive.
Oh, you didn't? I don't believe that.
That's fine.
I don't believe you.
That's fine.
Okay. Are you double locking those, or are you gonna try to
I
like?
just did double lock them. You
All
want
right.
those too tight for you?
Well, I mean, you know, like you obviously want to retaliate against me, right?
How am I retaliating? I'm literally
Dude,
asking to make sure
you
you're okay.
just looked good on camera.
I appreciate
You just looked good on camera. And
I
now you look like
appreciate
shit. Just like,
So
just bowheads look like shit.
So you're saying I'm looking bad because I'm pulling over somebody who is driving on a suspended license?
That's the way you look at it, right?
That's the
the way
law.
that's the way you see it.
You can't drive on a suspended license.
You have
That's the law.
discretion?
Not with a misdemeanor, no.
You don't have discretion?
No. So you're saying I can just let someone steal a bunch of stuff from Walmart, let them
I
walk
didn't
away,
say
and I
that
didn't
because I didn't say
that
that.
is a 93A misdemeanor just as suspension.
Listen, when that's the case, you have a victim. You have somebody on the opposite side that's going to be claiming they got stolen, somebody stole from them, right?
Yes,
You
there
have
is a
somebody
victim
that's
in a
going to be
retail
claiming,
fraud.
right? So somebody is victimized. The only one victimized here is the guy you just kidnapped.
I didn't
The only
kidnap
person
anybody.
you're kidnapping me right now.
I'm not kidnapped.
Am I going against my will? You think I want to go
No, I
do
don't
this?
think you want to go and do this. Do you have anything on you besides your phone? Any weapons, knives, guns, anything like that? I know you asked me if I had guns. Do you have anything on you?
I don't need.
That's fine.
Come on.
I know, last time you wouldn't even give me your name when I asked you. When we were at your daughter's for the birthday party.
For the birthday party? Oh,
Yeah.
at my daughter's?
Yeah.
Oh. I didn't know you were out there. Oh yeah.
Yeah, now you remember
Yeah, man.
Told you, I've talked to you a couple
See, so
times.
this is retaliation.
That has nothing to do with it. You were cool with me then too.
Listen, so a dude that's cool with you, and then you're trying to kidnap a dude that's
I'm
cool
not
with
trying
you.
to kidnap a dude.
Listen, dude.
And how about this? How about this? How about this?
What? You have discretion right now. You could say,
You don't,
hey,
do you have any warrants?
do I have any warrants? No.
Okay, as long as you don't have any warrants, I'm going to give you a ticket and we're going to let you go.
Okay, yeah, and then I'll fight it out in court. Cool.
That's fine.
See, now you're being somewhat reasonable, man. But listen, Bo has looked so bad because listen to me. I'm not trying to talk down to you or anything like that, man. I'm really not trying to talk down to any of you guys, but you guys see how like the public perceives you?
Well, I can tell you the
Like,
public.
with
hang on. I can tell you the public from that one. We're not even happy that you were there. That
What, from Bohez?
No. Just now at my accident.
The public wasn't happy that I was there.
The two other citizens that I was dealing with.
I didn't have them on camera.
You said yourself you were recording her because she was recording you.
After she recorded me, I put her on camera.
Okay, but I'm just saying so that's the public too.
Okay,
Any
so,
citizen is considered the public.
right. But hear me out. Like, because there doesn't have to be this divide between you guys and the people that you serve.
Oh, I agree.
There doesn't have to be that divide.
I agree, but there are laws that still have to be followed.
Okay, but there were laws against weed 4 years ago.
Correct, and those have been amended and changed.
Right. So would you have enforced those 4 years ago because it's your job?
I did.
Laws change over time. It's not up to the officer whether he wants to enforce a law or not. It's his responsibility to enforce a law whether he likes it or not.
Okay.
I've
Do
been
you
doing
feel
this for-
bad now that you did that?
No,
You don't?
no, because it
You
was
don't
the
feel
law.
bad that you ruined people's lives over plant matter? I would feel horrible about that.
I didn't ruin their lives. Also, was it their choice or was it my choice to do what I did? And do what they did?
Anytime
Was
people,
it their choice?
most of the time when people interact with you, it's not their choice.
Okay, but in regards to the marijuana, was it their choice at that time?
To have the marijuana on them?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
but there was nothing wrong with it.
Was it illegal at that time?
Was it illegal at the time? We're talking
Wait,
about
no,
legal and
no.
illegal
You're-
versus moral and immoral.
But you're bringing it back to, was it illegal? My
So-
job is to enforce the laws, right?
That's your job?
And
What if those laws are immoral?
It wasn't immoral.
What if those laws are immoral?
If I am,
I'm asking you a serious
if
question
I
right now,
am,
man to man.
if I
Man to
am
man.
given an order
Okay?
that is not lawful, I do not have to follow it.
Okay, what is lawful?
Following the laws that are written by the Constitution, the laws that are written
Okay,
by
the
the state.
Constitution. Is the Constitution the supreme law of the land?
Yes,
Okay, so what you're doing to me right now is a violation of that
it
Constitution.
is not.
It is.
All right.
Wait, like,
Like I said, if everything checks out and you don't have any warrants, I'm just going to write you a ticket and I'm going to let you get out of it.
All right.
All right?
I love tickets because then I get to go make recordings in court. And then I get to expose that it's an extortion racket.
You just love it because it gives you an opportunity to make more content for your channel.
Well, I can tell you a lot of court's been happening over Zoom, so
Yeah. They try to threaten me and tell me they're going to arrest me for recording in court too, but I do it anyway.
So you just admitted on camera that you illegally record court proceedings. If a judge tells you can't record, then you can't record. It's as simple as that.
Right? Because I know there's nothing wrong with it.
I think they have a signpost on the front door that says no recording though, right? In the courtroom?
Oh yeah, they tried it. Why do you think they don't want recording in court?
So wait. So if a store owner has a sign outside his business that said no firearms allowed, can they enforce that?
That's a business owner, and if he's open to the public, then it's quasi-public place. I mean, these are all like philosophical type questions.
I mean, it just goes back and forth, right?
Yeah. I mean, but the bottom line is like, how should we act, right? Like right now, you know, I'm no threat to you.
Correct.
There's no reason you should have me in
I've
these
been cool with
bracelets.
you. So under my policies, anybody who I place under arrest has to be placed in handcuffs.
Okay, so but
I am
you
following my
you know when
policies
you
of
were
my
out at
work.
my daughter's birthday party, you know I was no threat to anybody.
Which is why you were never in cuffs, never. Even though you were the reason
But
I
that's
was.
not a consolation for doing the right thing.
So
doing
correct.
the right thing, we should never have to worry about what the consequences of doing the right thing, ever.
Correct.
Okay,
Were you doing the wrong thing?
when?
Driving.
Well, we're getting to the term of driving, and no, I wasn't driving. So,
Operating a motor vehicle.
okay, now we're dealing with the operator too, and that Like, all these words are confusing in legalese. Do you know what the definition of driver is in legalese? Or drive in legalese? Not in common. Like, you and I speak common language, right?
Yes.
You realize they speak a different language in the court? It's called legalese.
Okay.
Do you know what the definition of the word drive is in legalese?
No, explain it to me.
It's somebody employed or doing commerce on the roadway.
Somebody what?
Employed or doing commerce on the roadway.
What do you mean by commerce?
It means like, okay, taxi driver, bus driver, Uber driver, right?
So a transporter.
Right, somebody that's making money on the road, right?
You're completely wrong. You're just quoting something from Black's Law Dictionary, which is a dictionary and not actual law, and that additional Black's Law Dictionary has been outdated for several years. If you're driving on a public roadway, you need a driver's license. It's as simple as that.
Because here's the deal. Here's how the laws change to where you can do this to me right now versus they set up the laws to basically charge taxes and registration fees for people that were using the roads and adding extra wear and tear to the road.
How long have registration fees been around? Because as long as I've been driving, they've always been around.
Oh, I'm not asking like how long they've been around. What I'm saying is I'm trying to tell you how they turned the commercial application to a private setting.
Okay.
Right? And it was very tricky and very slick how they did it in the court system. Now the courts have been operating like that for a long time. And it's unlawful. It really is unlawful because if you think about it,
so by
the average person, right? The average person that uses these roads, like, you pay taxes, I'm sure, right?
Absolutely.
And everybody that works usually pays taxes.
I hate them, but yes.
Right. I'm not trying to get in that debate, but here's the thing. So you pay for these roads to use these roads. You pay for the roads.
Correct.
So why do you have to pay extra to use your roads? Why do you have to pay a registration? Why? Not
as much as I would love to know why all that too. I don't have that answer.
Right, because
I follow it.
Because you're right. You just follow it, right? And I used to do the same thing. I used to just follow what I was told, and then I started to realize that maybe what we were told wasn't right. It wasn't moral. It wasn't good. Right? So we pay taxes to use our roads, and then somebody's going to say we have to pay extra to use our roads. It makes sense if you want to charge somebody in a commercial application. Like if I'm out doing Uber driving, which I did for over a year, I'm adding extra wear and tear to those roads. It makes sense that I would have to be licensed. Okay, I'll break it down for you and give you a different example.
I'm going to listen to you, but I'm going to stop here so I can get my stuff.
I'll give you a different example. And I can't help if people are calling lately PD. I can't help it. All right, I don't control what the people do. That judge in Clarkson, she recalled the warrant so quick. You know why she recalled the warrant really fast?
I don't know which judge you're talking about.
Kelly Costin.
Oh, okay.
Like, you've probably been in her courtroom a million times, dude.
Not a million, but I've been there.
Okay, yeah. She recalled that warrant so fast.
A warrant for you?
Yeah.
For what?
Well, I was 15 minutes late to the proceeding. I shouldn't have had to be at because I didn't commit a crime. But she recalled it so fast.
Give me 1 second, right?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Josh.
All right, so the other example I try to use, right, is let's say you're a doctor, right, and you open up a business. Does it make sense that you have to have a license for that?
Yes.
Okay, now if you're giving your kids medicine at home, do you have to have a medical license for that?
There's a difference between a doctor who's... Okay, I guess your perception, like, automatically when you said doctor, I'm thinking someone who's going to be operating on somebody.
Okay, yeah. I'm talking about like family care physician, right? Like you go to your family care physician, you would expect them to be licensed and insured, correct?
At least, typically the way they get licensed, though, is to have passed the board to show that they're actually a certified doctor.
Right.
The correct medication.
Right, but now if you go home and you give your kids medicine, were you being a doctor without a license?
No.
Exactly. So that's the exact same thing.
Over-the-counter medication is different than what's prescribed by a doctor, which is held by a physician.
We're getting lost in the different details, but the overall point is, there's nothing wrong with giving your kid some medicine at home. And you don't need a license for that, and you don't need insurance for that either. You're just a parent trying to take care of your kid. Now, if you were opening a business and you were doing it in a commercial setting, it makes sense to have to do the license and the registration and the insurance and all that stuff. That was just an example. So we can get lost in all the details.
Yeah, there's a lot you can get lost in.
Right. But when it comes to law, okay, there's a lot of things. You know, statutes and codes aren't even laws.
You're wrong again. A statute is indeed a law.
In regards to which one?
All you have to do is Google United States versus Minker and tell me what it says.
Minker?
Minker. M-I-N-K-E-R. It says that, and I'm paraphrasing because I don't have it quoted off the top of my head, but it says the U.S. Supreme Court has warned, because of respect for what appears to be law, statutes, codes, rules, ordinances, many citizens for their respective law, for what appears to be law, are cunningly coerced into waiving their rights.
Where I'm at, I'm talking about immigration office.
Well, yeah, it was an immigration case, but the words were still the same.
Yep, I just gotta get to the information on it.
Why is the officer even having this conversation with him? He's just giving him the attention that he wants.
So, and do you see like with the bowhead stop? Like I even put the case law in the video for you guys.
I did not see the video.
You didn't see the bowheads video?
Nope.
Are you kidding me?
I heard about it, but I didn't see it.
I'm sure a lot of people heard about it. 140,000 views online, man. This is how you look bad to the public. When you enforce statutes and codes, you look bad. When you uphold rights, you look good and honorable. Just remember that. I'm trying to help you guys. I really am trying to help you. Ivory's under investigation now.
Okay.
Did you hear he caused a traumatic brain injury to a lady?
I did not.
You didn't? This is the first you're hearing of it?
Yes.
So I understand if the leadership stinks from the top down, man, you guys are gonna be corrupted by that sort of stuff. And you seem like a good guy who wants to follow order. Well, I mean, besides the fact that you have a guy who hasn't hurt anybody or committed a crime in bracelets.
You'll be out of those shortly.
All right. But a good officer looks at the videos and they go, wow, I can learn from this. And I can learn.
Absolutely. There's not a day that goes by that I can't learn more in this job.
Well, I'm telling you right now, when you enforce statutes and codes that go against upholding people's rights, it makes you look bad. It just makes you look bad.
Joshua, what's your phone number?
I edited out a few seconds of video where he says his phone number.
But it's like, do you guys want the public to work with you or against you? Because you don't solve a lot of crime by having the public against you.
Correct. But
Right.
also, just because I'm enforcing the law, even though the person on the other side of it does not agree with me, does not mean that I'm not doing my job.
Do you realize that Germans that did their job murdered Anne Frank?
Yeah, that's a little bit different than this. A lot different.
How do you think it happens? Which direction do you think we're headed in?
I don't think me pulling you over for driving unsuspended has anything to do with...
Well, you're trying to convince me that it wasn't retaliatory for me being out there and watching.
It wasn't retaliation. A good way to avoid this from happening is to not drive on a suspended license in the first place.
Have I ever had an issue with you?
It appears like you do now.
Are you saying that because of around this stop?
Well, I'm saying it because I saw you pull out. You were nowhere to be found, so you hid, and to say I don't know the tricks. I mean,
I was stopped in between the police guardway and what's the building on the other side? Not O'Reilly.
Yeah. All right, I'll take my ticket, and we'll see if Costin wants to go a couple more rounds with me. She looks really bad too, by the way. She looks really, really bad, and I hated to do that to her. But if you guys just leave me alone, this doesn't happen.
So basically he's saying, just let me do whatever I want. Laws don't apply to me.
I'm surprised you even pulled me over, man.
Why is that?
Because most people never just stay away from me.
I'm still doing my job, regardless of who it is.
Oh, do you hear how that...
Like I said, I'm going to look good on camera, like you said the first time.
Right, and then you're going to look like you retaliated against me, man. Come on. Come on, bro. Come on, you're smarter than this. You're smarter than this. Come on, man.
Nothing wrong except driving unsuspended. I have no issues with you.
And you think that's wrong.
It is.
No. Bro. That vehicle...
Josh, go ahead and put your hand on my side, all right?
All right. That vehicle is licensed and insured. So
Yes,
there's
it is.
Right. So you mean to tell me?
Well, the person operating it is not licensed, correct?
Well, operator. Again, look up the legalese definition. Listen, look up the legalese definition of the word operator and driver and traveler. Look up the legalese definitions and then tell me what you think.
Okay.
Bouvier's dictionary and Black's Law dictionary. Both legal dictionaries have a different meaning.
What is Legalese's definition of driving?
The legalese definition of driving, it's not the. I don't know what it is.
Because the citation says drove while suspended.
Right. Dude, watch my videos. Watch my videos with Costin. Watch my videos with Costin. It'll show you.
Let me go over this with you, all right? So again, I wrote your citation for driving while license suspended, all right? Contact 52nd District Court. I know you're familiar with it. 52nd District Court in Clarkston.
This is going to be fun.
The address and phone number's right here.
Yeah.
Call them within 14 days.
You think they'll assign Costin to me, or will they assign a different
I
judge?
have no idea.
Costin's had enough of me.
This is as
I've
much
seen
as
her for round, like, we're in round 7 now.
Okay.
We're in round 7. She looks so bad. She looks really bad.
Are yours over Zoom or are they in person?
They're over Zoom, but if they were in person, I'd make her arrest me before I stopped recording it.
Gotcha.
How do you think it happened in Novi?
I didn't know you were arrested in Novi.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to know all this?
It seems like getting arrested is one of your favorite hobbies.
I got a YouTube channel,
You
bro.
want to keep telling me more?
Yeah.
All right, here's that. Yeah. Do you need anything out of the vehicle?
No.
Okay. Nope. No keys, nothing like that?
Nope.
Okay. Vehicle is being impounded.
Well, why didn't you have somebody come pick it up?
We don't bring people to our traffic stop.
Right, but what I'm saying, what if somebody comes and picks it up?
Lakeside Towing's coming right now.
So then they're going to steal more money?
What?
Dude, you haven't learned that this is about stealing money. Why do you think people call you roadside pirates? Why do you think people do that?
That's the first time I've heard that, but okay.
Why do you think people call you pirates? Like roadside
I
pirates?
think I'm called a lot of things.
Okay, why?
Why? People don't like me because I'm doing my job.
People don't like you because you're doing your job?
Correct.
Come on, man.
If I pull someone over for speeding, are you saying I should not pull them over for speeding?
Speeding is different because they could be putting the public in danger,
Okay.
right? So you might have.
So let me ask you this. What was the reason you lost your license to begin with?
Well, I'm not going to talk about that because it's an ongoing case.
Okay.
So, but you can go watch all the videos. They're all up. Like, you can see it from start to finish.
But was it like you got a speeding ticket? You didn't
Partner,
hang on. Was it like you got a speeding ticket, didn't take care of the speeding ticket?
No.
So Secretary of State suspended your license?
No.
Okay.
Listen,
So that's why a lot of people do end up with licenses because they don't take care of tickets.
I had no tickets.
Okay. Yeah.
You can call Lakeside Towing and tell them, hey, we're going to...
We are not. So let's go and go to White Lake Township. They're going to have to pay.
Quality production right there, Broken System, Broken Trust. Pro tip, if you're going to record on your phone, turn off the ringtone first.
I believe it's a $20 fee to have the...
You realize how bad this is going to look?
That's fine. Can you make sure...
You know, nothing bad is happening.
How long you guys been together?
A long time. Long
How long you guys been engaged?
8 years.
You got a date yet set for wedding or anything?
Dude, with all the setbacks, coronavirus took 2 jobs away from me, right?
Okay.
We've been struggling ever since to try to, make it back to where we were, right?
I know I had my wedding during Corona and it changed everything. But I had to do my whole wedding outside, lost my venue and everything. It was a mess.
It was a mess. So, but anyways, you could still call Lakeside. You still have the opportunity to say, hey guys, just leave and we'll have somebody come pick up the vehicle.
Can't do that.
You can.
Can't. My policies that I have to follow by my work state that if there is not a licensed driver inside the vehicle, that's fine. If there is not a licensed driver inside the vehicle at the time of the stop, we do not bring people to our stops and the vehicle will be impounded.
35 people in here now. You just got 35 people. Like, I only have like 15, 20 people max.
Nice.
But when you arrest people,
140,000, or is that just on YouTube?
that's just on YouTube collectively. That's not on my channel. My channel's still small.
Okay.
So, but the big channels that I'm affiliated with, like, did you hear what happened in Utica?
Which incident that I have heard in YouTube?
Utica, the detective that no longer has a job.
Was that the captain? The words? The
Morabito. He no longer has a job because he doesn't understand how he looks on this thing.
Was that the chief?
No, that wasn't the chief, but I talked to the mayor.
No, there was I think it was Utica who ended up losing his job there. But I don't remember all the details of that. That was about a year ago.
No, this was recent. This was
Okay.
like 4 weeks ago.
No, then I do not know.
4 weeks ago, the guy, he no longer has a job, man. He no longer has a job. Okay?
For what reason?
Because he couldn't learn, he didn't know how to act right.
Gotcha.
He didn't know that what he was doing was wrong. That's the, I mean, the bottom line.
So you're saying every police officer that enforces the law is doing it wrong, so none of us should have a job?
I didn't say that.
Well, you're saying I'm wrong for doing my job, right?
I'm saying you are enforcing statutes and codes versus upholding rights. Which is more honorable?
Okay.
Which is more honorable?
Your
That was
rights,
the question.
Your rights were taken away because you were driving while you were
The
suspended.
state can take away a right?
You were placed under arrest.
The state can take away a right?
Driving is a privilege. It's not a right.
Do you see where this goes?
You were
Do you
placed
see
under
why
arrest,
Costin doesn't want anything to do with
and
me
now
either?
you are released. Correct?
An unlawful detainment.
No, you were driving on a suspended license.
Again,
which
the
is a
word drive,
misdemeanor.
again, the word drive in
Which
legalese
is a
means something
misdemeanor
totally
charge.
different. Do you realize, like, when you go into that courtroom, they speak a completely different language?
Yes, legalese. You just told me that.
Right,
I am listening to you.
right. Okay, so, do you have a law degree?
No, I do not.
Do you speak legalese?
No.
Then how the hell do you
have
even
a law
know?
degree?
No, but
You
I
speak legalese.
I speak a little bit of legalese, yeah.
Okay.
The sovereign citizen scripts that you find online aren't legalese. They're just nonsense.
A little bit, not a lot. But it's very, like, when you start to understand this stuff, I'm not trying to talk down to you, man. I'm really not. But you put that uniform on every day, I'm sure you expect to be going out and doing good in the world.
And there's a lot that I do. I have a life-saving award for people I've saved
Okay,
because they've had
that's
medical
good.
problems, things like that. I go to accidents. I help anybody out who's injured.
Right.
I do everything.
Right,
I
but then
do also do
retaliating
traffic,
against me
but
because you're upset that I watch you.
It was not. I literally gave you a fist bump and said, "Is everything good? You need anything?"
I know what
didn't-
happened. I was
didn't
there.
I didn't have to talk to you, did I?
But now, and
So there was no retaliation there. You're twisting the word. 'Cause-
we're going to go to Lakeside Towing, and they're going to look like they just stole a vehicle off the side of the road. That's how they're going to look on
Well, they're
camera.
going to have a slip that states that the vehicle was impounded.
It was stolen off the side of the road. Because right now, we could have somebody come pick that vehicle up.
Not by my policy.
Not by your policy?
Correct.
Well, does that policy need to change then?
I don't think so, because if I were to leave the vehicle here and leave, we are still responsible for that vehicle. So if anyone broke into that vehicle, we are responsible.
So, by waiting here and waiting for somebody to come get the vehicle, you see how we can get around these sort of things?
Now, do you also...
Your discretion is very valuable.
Yes, but I don't have discretion in everything I do, as I explained to you earlier.
Well, we're going to work on that. We're going to work on getting Chief Keller and Lieutenant Ivory out of there.
And if that
Those
changes,
two don't belong in that position.
let's have you step aside because Lakeside is pulling up.
So anyways, here comes the thieves.
Right.
See, these are the guys that are the thieves.
Okay.
They aren't thieves. You drove a car on a suspended license. You need to learn that your actions have consequences.
Give me 1 second, Josh, all right?
And that's how they look. They look like thieves. So, hey guys, they're coming to steal a vehicle.
Are you stupid or something?
Here we go. Here.
Josh, do you want your cigarettes?
Yeah, let me grab a couple things out of there.
What do you need?
I'll grab it.
I'm going to grab it. What do you need?
I don't know what's in there, man.
What do you... Okay. What do you
Dude,
need?
I'm just grabbing my pop and my cigarettes, dude. It's not a big deal.
I don't know what's in the car, though. So just give me a second, and I will get you your stuff, and then we can get it going.
Why can't... Dude,
I know you know me, but is there a gun in the car? Do I know this?
dude, now
I mean, I
you're
don't want
trying.
you-
Now you're
wait,
trying to
wait,
gain
wait.
entry into the car and do an unlawful search. I don't know what's in that car. It's not mine.
An inventory search is not an unlawful search. That has been upheld by the court as well. By the Supreme Court, if you want.
But you don't understand. Just because the Supreme Court says you can do it doesn't mean it's a good idea to do it.
But if I
The
don't...
Supreme Court also
Hang on,
said you
hang
can
on,
lie
hang
to
on,
people.
hang on. If I don't do it, and you say that there's something in there that I didn't know about, now you say it's missing, who's liable?
We guys
Me.
could have just had somebody come pick up the car.
I do have someone coming to pick up the car.
Right, but somebody that's not going to try to steal money.
Okay. Like I said, you need anything out of here, Josh?
They're going to look like the thieves. You're going to look like the guy that stole the,
Joshua, do you need anything
truck.
out of the car?
Yeah, hand me my cigarettes and my pot.
Which pot? There's like 3 Dr. Peppers in there.
Here, there's one in the back.
And the box?
Yeah. No, not that one. There's another one.
Oh. Ooh, nice and cold too.
There you go.
I don't know if you had a lighter. Did you put the keys under the seat?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought.
So anyways, guys. Man.
Joshua, do you need your folder?
Well, I probably need everything that's in there, man. To be honest, I need everything that's in there.
Can you carry everything? Otherwise, you're gonna have to wait till you get it out of the impound.
Well, I'm not carrying around that stack of papers. That's legal paperwork.
That's fine. I'm just asking, so it's in there, and I will document that you have that in there.
Other than that, I don't know what else is in there because it's not mine.
Okay. So why would you need everything out of here if it's not yours?
I just said, well, a lot of the stuff in there is mine, but I'm just saying it's not my vehicle.
In that? That's all I'm saying. You said, I don't know what's in there, it's not mine.
Do you understand?
Everything in there
This is
mine.
why people say they don't want to talk to you.
That's fine.
Okay. And just so you know, nobody consents to searching the vehicle.
They don't need consent. The car is being towed.
So you're doing this unlawfully without consent, and you're doing it in front of the...
I'm doing an inventory search, which has been upheld.
I understand. Listen, that's how Boaz did it too, man. That's how Boaz did it, but he still looked stupid doing it. He still looked horrible. He looked...
Did Boaz arrest you?
No, Boaz was on a different stop, man. He was on a stop that had nothing to do with me, but he did it something 4 days before Christmas, and he doesn't understand how that made him look. And it's kind of silly.
Joshua, there's a house key in here. You want it?
No. So guys, I mean, call up to White Lake Police Department, I guess. Call Lakeside Towing, they're the ones stealing the vehicle. This guy could just drop it and say, I'm not going to participate in roadside piracy.
So now you're encouraging your viewers to call flood them. Granted, you didn't give out the number, but I'm sure anybody can Google the number and it would be pretty easy to find.
There might be dildos in there. I'm dead serious. Well, I don't want you searching the vehicle at all. That's fine. That's fine. It's like just because your job says you can do it doesn't mean you should do it.
This is the first time that I found sex toys in a car.
Yeah, do you know how bad, do you know how embarrassing that is?
Oh, I do.
Right.
Well, I mean, not personally, but...
But I'm just saying, so why would you continue to do it if it's your job?
Why would you carry sex toys in your car?
That's between me and my passengers.
But if they're in here, they're not yours. It's not your car, right?
I don't know what is mine and what's not mine. There's a lot of shit in that car, man.
Yes, there is.
Just so you know, we're up to 48 people watching right now.
Again, nobody cares. I'm sure your video is going to get a lot more viewers on this channel, as well as the other debunking channels like Keeping It Criminal, Tones Overthinks It, and KFAR than on your own channel.
Sorry, it's in landscape too, guys. Portrait mode. I just fired it up real quick. What city and state is this? This is White Lake, Michigan. It's White Lake, Michigan, and that's Lakeside Towing. And this guy, let's zoom in on him so you guys can see. That's him. Get the name of the crooked tow truck? Yeah, right, guys. Right? Partially deaf, you didn't catch the name of the department. It's White Lake Police Department, guys. That's White Lake Police Department right there. White Lake Police Department, and that's Lakeside Towing. So Lakeside Towing and White Lake Police Department. I was just on a cop watch, and this guy looked good on the cop watch. I don't know.
Alright, I'll move in a second.
Right, he ran me because of reasons, right?
Really? You're gonna parrot Schrodinger's lines now? You'll never come close to being the type of person Schrodinger was, and even still is.
Oh, man. Earning the hate, man. They are earning the hate.
Hey Joshua.
Yeah.
Do me a favor, just step over to that side or this side. Just coming up behind the vehicle.
He's coming up behind. What's up, man? You realize how this looks to the world? Huh? It doesn't look bad? Well, good thing you're not the judge of that.
I don't know what's going on, but
It happens every day. You hear that, guys? It happens every day. Every day, these guys go and they take property that's not theirs. This isn't their property.
They just don't tow cars for no reason. You were driving on a suspended license. That's why this car is being towed.
Is that your property? Just doing what the police want you. You don't have to. Nobody's forcing you to. So that's Lakeside Towing. Lakeside Towing and White Lake Police Department. Thank you, Darlene. Appreciate that. Is it your property? No, it's not my property. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. It's not my property. Looks like he's doing his job, Violent Wings. Yeah. Where have I heard that before, Violent Wings? Just doing my job. I'm just doing my job.
somewhere nearby I can drive you. You're not waiting out here, or do
You want to drive me to my appointment?
Where's your appointment?
No lie.
I said nearby.
Nearby. Yeah, let's go for a little ride along.
Where are we going?
I don't know. You want to go to the White Lake Police Department?
That's where you want to go.
Might as well.
Is that where you want me to drive you?
Yeah, let's go talk to Ivory about how he caused a traumatic brain injury.
I don't know if he's in today, but
He's never in when I come to talk to him.
I don't know his schedule. Hey, it might be still up. Nope. Yep.
All right.
Do me a favor, go ahead and throw your seatbelt on, too.
Yep. All right, guys.
I'm sure you're really familiar with the back seat of a police car.
Right, guys? 48 people in here. Appreciate you being in here.
Out of those 48 people watching, how many of them are just there to troll you?
Oh. You're right, guys, it is disheartening. Do you want me to read you what the chat says?
Sure.
Sure. Following orders for a paycheck. Oh, they posted the phone number to the police department in here already. I don't control what the audience does, man. You understand that, right?
Oh, I understand that.
Well, that's what chat moderators are for. If somebody posts private information, a moderator can remove it.
All right, sweet tea audits. You can mod me. Yeah, I'll mod you guys. Well, I don't have any mods in my channel, so seen that tow truck before. Yeah, and the Boaz stop. Boaz did the same thing. When the tow truck company works for the government just for a time, they are a special agent in this tow and are subject to redress by the people. Yeah, feel free to call up to Lakeside Towing if you want to, if you're unhappy with them stealing property that doesn't belong to them. Oh, man. No cop is a good cop. Hey, man, you know.
Didn't I already tell you that? That's what everyone says about me.
Well, why do you think they say that, man?
That's what I said. Should every cop just leave the job?
Man, if you're upholding rights versus enforcing statutes and codes, the public will love you, man.
Is speeding a statute or a code, or is it a law?
It's a statute and code.
Okay, so should I not enforce that?
If you ask me, are you asking me for my personal opinion?
Sure.
My personal opinion is if you see somebody speeding the first time, you let them off with a warning. If you catch like a teenager driving like 25 miles over the speed limit and they're obviously endangering some kids, hell yeah, slap that dude with the traffic ticket. You will have the public support behind you as well.
Okay, now here's a question to that.
Okay?
You said you let the person off with a warning for the first time, right?
Yeah?
How do you know they got a warning the first time when you pull them over a second time?
You guys usually make notes on everything.
Not every department does.
Okay, so if it's the first time you caught them...
You think I'm supposed to remember every single person I've pulled over for my entire career?
Not for your entire career, no.
How do I know if I gave them a warning the first time?
Well, usually you know. Typically you know. But just remember this conversation one time. I mean, this video will be up on YouTube forever for the world to see. So you can go back and you can look, and you can see for yourself where maybe, you know, you got to expect to be recorded.
Oh, I do.
Okay, so
Recorded at all times.
So when you go home at night, do you think your family and friends think you're a hero for doing what you're doing right now?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Yes.
I would disagree.
But you don't know my friends.
Well, yeah, I don't know your friends, but I mean, a lot of the sheep and a lot of the bootlickers will support you because they want their get out of jail free card. A lot of people that kiss your ass, man, they're not kissing your ass because they like you. They're kissing their ass because they're afraid of you.
But if my friends and family have been around since before, I did not think they respect my decisions and what I do.
What do you mean?
Well, you're saying they only kiss my ass because they're afraid of me, but they knew me before this job. They know who I was before this job.
Oh, I'm sure some like you. But the majority of people that pretend to like you, they're just pretending to like you because they're scared of your gun and your badge and the bracelets and the KG laws. They're teaching you codes and laws. Why is that?
When you signed for your license, you agreed to obey those motor vehicles.
But I didn't sign for a license. No, it expired.
But at one point you did have a license, which means you agreed to the rules of the road.
No, you're well. Sorry, I thought this is fine.
So I didn't sign up for that. So if I don't sign up for a license, then I don't sign up for that? Do you see how that logic is flawed? What's up, George Ward? Appreciate you being in here. Little Mushroom Froggy, why? I don't know. You'd have to ask this gentleman that's driving why. He was just doing his job. That tends to be the majority. Force is the key word in enforcing.
Which is to uphold.
Any law that you have to forcefully enforce, by force.
I did not force and enforce.
You didn't force me out of the car?
No, you stepped out. You remember that?
But what happens if I don't step out?
Well, I would have actually. Well, I would have grabbed you.
Right.
But
So
I'm going to use the minimal amount of force necessary.
the minimal amount of force necessary, but you're still going to use force. Do you understand how this looks?
So verbal talk is considered a use of force.
Do you understand how this
Do you
looks?
understand that?
If you would have refused to get out of the car, that would be considered resisting, and the officer has the right to remove you from the car.
Do I understand what?
Verbal communication is considered a use of force.
I don't understand what you mean by that, but
Me telling you to do something is considered like a use of force. Me saying step out of the vehicle, that is the minimal amount.
right, but you still require force to do it. Have you ever heard that spanking your kids to get them to do what you want isn't the appropriate way?
To get them to do what they want, so there's ways you got to word it, okay? To get them to do what they want, that is not the appropriate way to get them to do something they want.
Okay.
But now,
Right.
if they do something wrong, you are not wrong in spanking your child.
Do you think I was wrong just now?
For driving on a suspended,
Do you think that's wrong?
I think it is
Yes, it's wrong to drive while having a suspended license. Why does everybody else have to follow the rules of the road, but you don't?
a violation of the motor vehicle code.
That's not what I asked you. See, you're dancing around the questions again, and this makes you look bad. If you just say yes or no, like you were doing something wrong. If you thought I was honestly doing something wrong, you would definitely have kept those bracelets on me and taken me to Oakland County Jail. If I was truly doing something wrong.
No, because the new law states that misdemeanors.
The new law.
What's that?
The new law.
Yes.
Do you mean by law? Or do you mean a statute and a code?
The legal update. Yes.
Okay. These distinctions are very important in a court of law. And I know you probably don't believe me. But I'm telling you right now, like I violated the rules today up at the courthouse by recording in the courthouse. Do you think they're going to send a warrant for my arrest?
I have no idea.
Well, they haven't any of the other times I violated that rule. Why?
So is it you're recording while you're on a Zoom call? You said yours were on Zoom.
No, I was just at the courthouse this morning.
Oh, okay.
I was just at the courthouse this morning and I recorded it all up in there. And I violated 8.115 like you wouldn't believe. Why didn't I get arrested?
How is the officer supposed to know why you weren't arrested? He wasn't there.
I have no idea.
Well, if I violated the law, LAW law, why wouldn't I be arrested?
Again, I can't speak for anyone else, what they're doing.
If you saw me up at the courthouse recording when the rule says not to record, would you arrest me?
You just changed the wording. You changed it to a rule. There's a difference between a rule and a law.
You're right, there's a difference between a rule and a law. And the majority of things that you guys enforce are statutes, codes, and rules, not laws. Laws are from your creator. If God tells you not to do it, you shouldn't do it. Murder, theft, rape. Do you understand the difference? And that's why when your discretion comes into play, man, your discretion determines how the public perceives you. 47 people in here, appreciate that. Driving or traveling is a Ninth Amendment right, enumerated right, which he swore an oath to uphold. That's what one of the viewers just said. You swore an oath to uphold my right to do what I was doing. Do you see how that's in direct conflict with the statute? And then you running my name before you have probable cause for a crime. So I hope you guys like your tour of White Lake, guys. Hope you guys like your tour. And just like Boaz, you know what Boaz did?
What's that?
He stole somebody's truck 4 days before Christmas. 4 days before Christmas. Now, Boaz has discretion in that situation, right? And Boaz can say, you know what? I understand like this and this and that. It's 4 days before Christmas. Don't let me see you here again.
Do you know the whole circumstance behind that?
I got the report.
You got the report?
Yeah. Do you want to know what the report says?
Sure.
The report states that he pulled over a vehicle for no insurance. How did he know that vehicle didn't have insurance before he pulled it over?
Because Secretary of State advises us whether or not there's insurance on it.
So you're running people's information before you have it.
Yes, we are allowed to do that.
I did. Listen, the Supreme Court also told you that you're allowed to lie to people. It doesn't mean it's a good idea. It doesn't mean it's a good idea. I don't know how much more clear I can make that for you guys. Like, just because you have the power to do something doesn't mean you should do it. Right, the U.S. Constitution is above the state. You guys are right. The U.S. Constitution is the supreme law of the land. That is an actual law. All right, now we get to go ask Ivory. Does this... No, you got to let me out.
Of course the door won't open from the inside. You're in the back of a police car.
All right. So it was a friendly kidnapping today.
Did you really just say that? The police officer offered you a ride, and you accepted it. You voluntarily got into the back of the police car. You weren't kidnapped, moron.
Friendly kidnapping.
It was wanted because you actually asked for it.
Well, I didn't ask for this encounter.
Well, no. I'm talking about the ride. I offered the ride. You said let's try.
Yeah, but I didn't ask for the encounter.
Okay.
Right? Do you realize how that was a non-consensual encounter?
59 and Tiger 9.
Was it non-consensual when you started recording me at mobile?
Yeah, but you're a public servant.
Correct.
You work for the public. I don't work for the
Like I
public.
said, Jeff, I have no problem with you recording.
It doesn't seem that way.
Have I told you once to turn off the camera? Have I told you once to?
Well,
put
but
down the phone?
how do you think that would work?
Did I tell you once to get away when I was doing my accident?
If you had told me to go away, what do you think? It's unlawful.
You're allowed to record. I have no
Okay.
issues with you recording.
Okay, you're allowed to move property back and forth in this country. You're allowed to do what I was just doing.
You're not allowed to drive on a suspended license.
That's what you think. That's what you think. And
It's not what he thinks. It's the law.
listen, it's not your fault you've been trained that way. It really isn't your fault that you've been trained that way. It really isn't, man. So, just some stern words of advice for you. You have discretion for a reason. You can build trust with people, or you can do what you just did.
Okay.
Okay?
I appreciate it.
So, I'm disappointed in you, man.
Sorry about that.
I'm disappointed in you.
All right.
There's a couple more seconds of video left, but that's where we're going to end it here. Broken System, Broken Trust is a pathetic human being in my opinion. He uses the typical sovereign citizen script to try to get out of trouble because he thinks laws don't apply to him. That's going to do it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.